Так, вроде бы как все запустилось. В общем, зашел как на днях в Steam. Увидел, что там появилась новая игрушка, которая в топе продаж. Вот, ну, решил ее потестить, естественно. Не знаю, кстати, на YouTube запустилась или нет. Вроде бы когда. Вот. Игра называется Thaumaturge. The Thaumaturge. Ну вот, скачал. Буду пробовать тестить ее. Так, ну начнем. Сейчас. Наушнички. Так вот, слово «тауmaturg» происходит от греческого «что-то там», означающего «чудеса». Тауматурги или темпераменты способны узнавать чужие тайны, они видят изъяны, раны человеческой психики и могут вывести их на поверхность. Но поможет ли это излечить душу? Невозможно объяснить, кто такие тауматурги, не родившись одним из них. Ну ладно. Я, кстати, погуглил, да, действительно такое существует у них понятие. Посмотрим. Ну, название, конечно, дебильное. Мало того, что хреново произносится.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you.
Ну да.
I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote.
Ау.
I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now.
Уверенная ни словом, не обмолвилась ему о твоих поисках и о твоем здоровье, как ты и просил. Не знает о твоих намерениях и видит Бог. От меня он о них точно не узнает.
I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Digya.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
Да, она какая-то херь под глазом повисла. Давайте
Take this
пошутим.
down, please. Arrived. Very beautiful views. People honest at first glance. Sincerely, your barely living cripple.
I didn't mean to cause offense.
Well, then strike that, please. Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
My love to you, my sister.
From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw, Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Вот чего ему кто-то подсказывает там, как быть.
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Дорогой Антоний, кажется мне, будто со времен твоего последнего письма прошли годы. Или, быть может, эта зима заставляет смотреть на все доброе и теплое через обратную сторону подзорной трубы. Ну, стоп, секунду, есть один нюанс. Теплое через обратную сторону подзорной трубы. Как ты мог понять, житие изгнания меня не балует. Будучи годы назад оторванным от родины и сосланным в чужие земли воевать под русским знаменем, ныне обитая среди людей, дышащих ко мне ненавистью. Теряя здоровье и рассудок, вспахивая землю, которую орошал кровью и добрал плотью ее сынов. Но не могу вернуться и не могу не вспоминать. Единственным спасением видится мне смерть. Помолись за меня, Константин. Сомневаюсь, что письмо мое пропустит цензура, но если удача улыбнется, прошу, передай Анельке, что мысли о ней были моей усладой до самого конца. Дорогая Янка, прошу, спустись со своей барской колокольни и послушай дельный совет. Времена меняются, нельзя больше полагаться исключительно на владение имуществом. Сам посуди. Холоп нынче строптивый. И дня не проходит, чтобы не пошел на хозяина с вилами. А что будет через несколько лет? Нет. Надо себя обезопасить. Заиметь какое-нибудь дело на стороне, чтобы и дальше жить с достоинством. Поэтому говорю тебе последний раз. Сходи в Тифлисе, в банке, возьми суду под залог половины нашего кавказского имущества и вложи деньги в нефтяной промысел Баку. Железная дорога туда скоро положит, а миру нужен керосин. Не щелкай клювом. Все документы доверенности тебе перешлю. Медлить больше нельзя. С уважением, Лев. Кто такой Лев? Ого. Облегчает жизнь. Понятно. В общем, мы читаем мысли и понимаем, что куда действовать. Понял. Принял. Так, а это куда? А это назад. Ясно. А здесь открытый мир, ничего себе. Так, это что, записка какая-то? Навершенно Тифлисом трагических событий 29 августа погрузило город в глубокий траур. Вчерашнее собрание, на котором планировалось обсуждение реформ, предложенных министром Александром Булыгиным, было грубейшим образом прервано ворвавшимся в здание муниципального совета отрядом казаков. Вооруженные нарушители спокойствия проникли в конференц-зал, где учинили бойню, результат которой стали 60 убитых. Ничего себе. и более сотни раненых. Мирные жители потрясены очередным неоправданным актом насилия по отношению к грузинскому государству и предрекают новые массовые протесты. Вот так, в общем. Ну, здорово. Ты случаем не едешь там куда-нибудь, куда мне нужно?
The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Go-go. Ну, коли у вас там занятия, поедемте. А зачем мне целитель? А, ну типа, что бы этот, подлечиться слегка, да? Ну, давай.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day.
В кабаке молится, ну да.
You getting in, or what?
Давай сходим,
Could you wait
подлечимся.
for me a minute? I want to take a look around.
Well, I'm not going to leave you now, am I?
Отлично, отлично.
Thank you.
Так, в общем, нужно найти этого лекаря и подлечиться слегка. Ну, понятно. Так. Камера. А, двигаться можно так. Сюда не зайти. Туда не зайти. Ну, это не Baldur's Gate, да. Я понял. Ну ладно, окей.
All set?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with. Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you. Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snubby. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Да нет,
Those don't
спасибо.
look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Так, что будет, а? Драка. Победите вы, когда врагов на... Ну, давай. 15, начать бой. Быстрая атака. Что, руками нужно? Куда? А, ну ладно. Ого. Очередь действий. У каждого навыка есть скорость. Уже в следующем раунде. Только через один раунд. Ну его можно, наверное, это уже так. Ну, упади уже. О, есть. Уша там.
There's the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Калека. Нихера себе. Так, что тут у нас? Близок день, когда человечество сбросит ненавистные оковы одним ударом могучей руки, закаленные в труде и борьбе с невзгодами, избавиться от презренного царька. Да послужат события прошедших дней, столь горькие для многих из нас, искрой, что распалит праведный огонь революции. Достаточно, чтобы всего несколько человек гордо подняли голову, покинули рабочие места, и огонь станет пожаром. Пожаром поглотит тирана и чистит нашу землю. Первый шаг уже сделан. Рабочие крупных городов готовы к действию. К ним присоединятся жители деревень. Приближается час главного испытания. Также не будем падать духом. Окей. Это нужно было прочитать обязательно, да? Так, это что такое? Очки развития. Находятся доступные очки развития. Это что такое? Сердце. Mind. Не знаю, что делать. Сердце, разум, деяние, слово. Можно одно развить. Сердце — это улучшит восприятие грани сердца. Как это улучшать? Хрен его знает как. Стол есть, ничего себе. Ты еще что-то. Ну это этот демон, который мне помогает. Понятно, что ничего не понятно. Мне нужно что-то улучшать. Ну вот, все. Больше ничего не улучшить. Понял, принял. Принял.
Good boy.
Good boy. Давай вот это почитаем. По сообщениям наших корреспондентов, новоназначенный военный губернатор Ереванской губернии принц Луи Наполеон Жозеф Жером Бонапарт Луи Наполеон Бонапарт только что прибыл в Еревань после торжественной встречи, на которой присутствовали самые высокопоставленные лица города. Состоялся званый обед и влиятельнейшими семьями Ереваня. Ожидается, что в ближайшие дни господин военный губернатор приступит к обращениям к жителям. Это опыт дает. Так, ты еще кто такой? Ну, здорово. Окей.
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time,
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases, inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Да, давай
If you
так.
help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Давай
I
так.
first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After then, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Ну,
What would
давай.
you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Распутин — человек пылкой души, необузданной страсти. Сила характера делает его лидером, за которым хочется следовать. Главное — не сгореть в его пламени. Ну, давай смотрим, может, еще что-нибудь там.
Have you figured anything out yet?
общем, ну давай так.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
В общем, не всю игру перевели, да? Наблюдение — это информация, которую вы получаете. Та-та-та-та, окей. Предметы восприятия. Угу. Это я понял. Характер неизвестное. Вы видите впервые знакомого, вы уже встречали. Явное, вы знаете человека. Ну, это явное. Понял. Так, давай. Вот ты как бы бросаешь. Ну, вот это, наверное, да? А, вон, смотри, херь нашлась. Явная метка Распутина. Ну, все. Такая пылка. Ну, в общем, окей. Все, пойдем. Рассказывай, объяснять им, где он еще лежит.
Any moment now.
I have all day.
Мелкая, ну что ты там шумишь, а? Лиля. Сейчас я извиняюсь, секундочку. Не шуми.
Careful you don't get achy feet. You're not too worn out. You look a little peaked.
Any moment now.
I have all day.
Ничего. Так, я что-то не понял. Что нужно? Отыскать кабак, найти вещи Распутина. Ну, я нашел. Что делать? Так, все. А, вот еще что-то такое. Угу. Неизвестная метка.
Careful you don't get achy
Что дальше-то
feet.
делать?
You're not too worn out. You look a little peaked.
Any moment now.
I have all day.
Да. Или я тупой, или что-то. Так. Ну, хозяин. Так, записи. На Распутин. Молитвенник. Не хватает силы грани в деянии 1. Явная метка. А, вот. Что-то нужно здесь сделать. Чего не понимаю. Распутин. Окей. Да. Сестра Легия. А, я думал, это жена. Шульский. Отец Тауматург. Окей. Ну, дальше-то что? Да. Почему замочек висит? Что нужно сделать? F. Письмо, деньги, книжка. Херь.
Careful you don't get achy.
Any moment now.
I have all day.
Да. Ну, так деяние, вот это точно Распутина принадлежит. Что делать с ним? Надо заблокироваться. О, вот еще какая-то дичь лежит. Не хватает силы грани разум 1. А чё, как его найти-то?
Well,
О, вот.
you're a zealous one. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Давай
I
вот
can't
так вот.
help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Давай вот
I've
так.
got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes.
Круто то, что Распутин разговаривает ну, реально с русским акцентом.
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Здесь вообще ничего не
To get out
помогает.
of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
Что это такое?
I can see, father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort.
Ну да, тут Бака утешает его на кладбище. Странный тип, да?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutar, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Так, найти человека с изъяном, принимавшим дикого салютора. Окей. Го-го. Так, мы здесь все исследовали. Несколько заданий, может быть сразу несколько задач. Каждая задача идет своей дорогой. Понял. Ну, в общем, разные вариации могут быть решения проблемы. Но это уже прикольно. Ну вот. Типа, в одну сторону можно пойти, в другую. Ну, пойдем. Куда? Куда? Не понял.
I felt something.
А вот, что-то.
They'll go gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found.
Ну, конечно, у Весны голос. Если бы у Весны такой был голос, я бы ее не ждал.
That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
Ставила на фрукте отчетливую метку. Она выглядит как трепещущее от страха сердце и сдавленное до боли горло. Если откусить кусок, почувствуешь кислый страх. Так, ну давай яблоко сожрем-то. Или не нужно его жрать? Ладно, хрен с ним. С этим яблоком. Так, ты еще кто такой?
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Продолжать поиски. Так, алло.
I'll be right back.
Влияние. Будучи, вы обладаете способностью влиять на окружающих. Чтобы повлиять на человека, сперва вы должны выведать его секреты, делая заключение. Когда на персонажа можно будет повлиять, его значок взаимодействия изменится. А рядом с ним появится упырь. Упырь. Понял. Все, то есть, если вот этот типуля, это упырь. Так, что это? Все, понял. Расслабление. Прервать запланированное действие с вероятностью. Снижает концентрацию на 1. Повышает концентрацию на 1. А это что такое? Все атаки наносят врагу максимально возможный урон. Так понимаю, нужно будет убираться. Как это сделать? Вот, все. Окей. Все. Не сюда. Вот что такое? В общем, куда-то не туда бегу. Вот карта. Двор.
Am I sensing? Am I sensing?
over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers, a witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trink? It's your mother left you.
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pen.
Where is the justice here?
Лиля, не бушуй. Пауза прикол. Подозрительным камнем преткновения двух голосящих мужиков явно стал мертвый гусь, лежащий у них под ногами. Чувствую быть мордобой, если знахарка быстро не уладит конфликт. Классика жанра. Давай знахарку, естественно, поддержим.
Without an assessment of the stolen object's value or evidence it was stolen, this is just slander. And strangling geese is nothing short of mob justice.
And who asked you, smartass?
Don't worry, sir. When he sobers up, he'll apologize. It's only too bad about Goose.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
Come inside. Ну давай зайдем. Inside. Так, это почитаем. Говорят, у каждого народа свои демоны, свои наваждения, мороки и кошмары, выдуманные в назидание непослушным детям. Но я, пронеся слово Божие через полмира, узнал правду. Эти демоны, бесы и проклятые Богом черти существуют, и они повсюду в далеком зреме шепчутся люди в буковатце, омерзительной твари, чье появление распыляет в человеке гнев и заставляет чинить вред своему ближнему. Сказки. Возразите вы, но я видел буковатца своими глазами. Здесь, в Пятигорске. А, это Пятигорск. Я слышал лязг его цепей, чувствовал, как он впивается клыками в мою шею и раздирает когтистой лапой мою душу. Сердце мое наполнилось яростью, гневом, от которого нет спасения, а рот вкусом крови, который не смоет ни одна молитва. Да защитят меня от зверя святые стены церкви облатов. Пресвятая Богородица, спаси мою душу. Да. Со-со. Недописанное письмо. Сыночек, сердце мое рыдает, неужто я так тебя обидела, что ты пишешь обо мне такие вещи, что отвергаешь мое наследие, свою землю, свою кровь. Когда ты бросил наше хозяйство и уехал учиться в Тифлис, и я тебя и словом не упрекнула, а ты нас теперь называешь глупыми, отсталыми, повторяешь за ректором этим чудецким, что грузинский твой язык собачий, и хочешь мне писать только по-русски? Дитя, Грузия течет в твоих венах, одна соль в твоих слез и клей твоих костей. Не, ну, в общем, суть понятна. Ну, давай, бабка, рассказывай, что там.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Так, и что я хочу? Ну, давай.
Lots of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah! The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real too.
Да, ну и так понятно, что говорит о Распутине. Ну давай, ладно.
Spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a bukovach.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it. And I'd ask, how else can I help you?
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Игрушка, конечно, странная. Так, на этого извозчика можно будет повлиять, наверное.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Ну, поехали. Кладбище, окей. Да, как? Во, все, едем. Ехай. А, все, я на кладбище, да? Это Распутин. Ну, здорово.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Ты жив, получается, я тебя исцелил, Тауматург. Так, а что ему? Давай спросим, что он сделает.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other yaffiets.
Местные сетуют, что со смертью старосты над деревней обрушился злой рок. Каждая мелочная ссора оборачивается кровопролитием, люди замкнуты и тревожны. Плохо дело. Понятно, что дело плохо. Так, спросить знахарку на-на-на. Давай вот так.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a saliter.
What do you mean?
Смерть старосты. Смерть Василия не была легкой. Деревенский староста сгинул в пламени, охватившем его дом. Местные по сей день обходят это место стороной, опасаясь проклятия. Ну, давай так. Твор думает, что это дурно повлияет на жителей деревни и воет по ночам.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you.
I'm sure.
Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Так, найти человека с изъяном, приманившим дикого салютора. Что тут такое?
Something is off.
Сюда. Еха, извозчик. А почему? Ну ладно. Быстро. Так, сюда. Буковаться. Понятно, что нихуя непонятно. Так, ты кто такой? Ну, извозчик же.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever's carrying the flaw that lured the saluter.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
If I do manage to catch another saluter, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary thaumaturge wouldn't even try it more than once. Only a few have multiple saluters.
Why?
Ну давай.
Because they're afraid. Like the ones who claimed humans wouldn't learn to fly or even reach the pole. But the failure of others doesn't mean those people are right. It means a mistake.
Не, ну это игрушка, это прям книга какая-то. Фантастическая.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
Просто фильм.
I've got you with me.
Абсолютно фильм. Так, ну давай еще расскажем.
Flaws are deeply hidden marks left in human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I can now catch my next salutor. Make another bond with it, and its power will allow me to start influencing people. Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm now able to catch my second salutor.
Ну давай так.
Always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't stop you.
Так, ну нужно здесь что-то найти. Что искать, хрен его знает. А, вот куда-то сюда идет. Ну, конечно, нет. У нас идет по какой-то непонятной причине назад. Вот что-то. Что это такое? Что так быстро закрывается, даже не успел прочесть. Засохшая кровь. Кровь звучит как страдание, пролилась быстро. Руна от ножниц не глубокая, смертельная, но в общем. Вместо смерти кого-то здесь убили. Так, ну ладно. Так, на карте что у нас там? Сюда можно еще пойти. Но смысла в этом не было. Деревня. Ехать.
In going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Well then, I hope you'll still be up.
Да. Лиля. Дурочка, что ли?
I felt something. Where is it? I felt something. Where is it? True fear.
Весна. Вот кто виноват.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. That murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. Sure to know more about what happened here.
Ну, конечно, она знает. Притворяется дурой там все в селе. Так, ну пойдем.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts.
Так, ну это еще по ебальнику получат. Все трое.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
Ну, конечно.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Ну давай, давай. Так, вот это что-то улучшить нужно. Ага. Не назад. Зад, как назад. Да, в общем, что-нибудь. А, вот еще нужно как-то. Ладно. Так, начать бой. Сильную атаку необходимо полностью лишить врага, после чего тот будет подавлен. Угу. Лишить концентрации. Давай. А ну-ка. И по лицу. А, там сзади демон. Разобьет. Угу. Сотрясение. Ну давай. Так, ну хлопай так уже. 12. Было показано, что 28. А, 22. -1. Так, теперь этого хлопнуть. Давай так. Не понял. -2. А это уже нет. Концентрация. Потерялась Маша. Теперь можно хлопнуть. Вот так. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Так, в общем, ехать в село. Не стоит. Что-то посмотреть нужно. Вот.
So much suffering.
Орудие в руках есть. Так, ладно. Ехать в село, короче, искать весну. Ехай. Вези меня, извозчик, вези меня сюда. Угу. Так, эта баба где-то здесь была. Страшная. Она здесь была. Сбежала. Вот ее дом.
I wanted to talk.
Тук-тук.
Please
Кто
open
там?
the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
Я не хочу трабла, я просто хочу ебальники вам поразбиваю, да и все. Ну вот. Так, 33-36. В общем, этот посерьезнее парниша. Потому его мы хлоп. Потерли. А теперь жестко хлопнуть. 16-21. 14. Ну так. 23 и 9. 10. 33. Ну да. Какие-то точно так же. Сюда.
The devil sent you.
You could say that. Sure.
Деревенские жители. Если разум встанет на пути, тем же хуже для разума. Жители деревни импульсивны, раздражены и охотно лезут в драку. По любому поводу что-то здесь нечисто. Тихая, спокойная деревушка, как бы не так. Местные жители дошли до грани терпения, а во всех бедах винят буковца. Они пытаются отводить темные силы, как только умеют народными средствами. Ну такое. Так, ладно, я хочу весну видеть. Ну, выходи уже, давай. Март на улице. Ты дома сидишь. Так, я сейчас дверь выбью.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please, please.
Да. Что делать? Нужно как-то обмануть ее, что ли? А вот какая-то херь нашлась. Тарелка разбитая, дребезги, керамическая, злобно. Метка весна. Угу. Значит, на нее теперь можно повлиять, по идее. А вот еще чего-то. Древко топора. Явная метка лука. Угу. Живут сварливые супруги, они ругаются стрепенело, громко и до потери дыхания. Ну, ясно. Так, значит, луку нужно найти, да, по идее? Но это не точно. Что-то можно прокачать, а чего? А, вот. Ну, давай. Я все равно ничего не понимаю, что здесь нужно. Очко грани. Ну ладно, грань так грань. Что такое грань? Вот, все, тебе он поможет.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasili's burned out farmstead. Lucas sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Так, на минуточку отойду. Лиля, наушники. Шатать. Понимаю. Так, что дальше-то?
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He's better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
Очевидно, весна не в первый раз грозила мужем своим обидчикам. Это вряд ли пошло на пользу репутации Луки среди деревенских. Ну, это понятно. В глазах местных Лука неоттесанный грубиян и отшельник, однако, судя по всему, у него есть и добрая сторона. Лука был в доме Василия в ночь убийства и пожара.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Так. Давай успокоим.
Please don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Угу. Так. Вот это нужно забрать. треснувшая древко добро, отпечатавшаяся на нем метка, принадлежит не весне. Это в лес, короче, нужно. Что, опять выебаешься?
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukovac.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Ну, этот раз полегче чутка. Не пришлось его там колдовством. Так, карта такая.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
А, во где демон.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Я сразу почел неладное в этой весне. По голосу. Так. Уровень службы. Ну давай баланс. Охереть. Дабы одолеть дикого салютора, нужно сперва избавиться от теней защитниц. С каждой побежденной тенью салютор ослабевает. Но чем он слабее, тем яростнее сражается. Шкала показывает, как дикий салютор натравит на вас новых врагов. Лучше нет. Ну ладно, не будем так. Так, а вот это защитник, двузащитник, да? Раз, два. Да. Ковац насылает на вас состояние мучения. Эффекты некоторых состояний весьма незначительные бывают и смертельные. Внимательно читайте их описание, если не желаете поплатиться жизнью. Окей. Лоб. 12 мало. А, еще этот поможет, демон. 16. Не понимаю, почему не работает на него нарушение концентрации, а его работает. Теперь можно хлопнуть. Охереть, еще двое. Так. Больно, ай. Блин, почему он не палкой хоть какой-нибудь его там? Сейчас откисну. Не, ну женщин так бить, это, конечно, не айс. Ну, ладно, она демон. Все, съесть меня.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Страшное чудище. Гигер бы порадовался. Буковаться солитора границ деяния, однако вам не удастся приручить его без помощи Распутина. Неприрученный солитор не станет выполнять ваши приказы, не позволит вам развиваться и ослабит ваше восприятие. К счастью, Распутин знает, как его усмирить. Вы совершили невозможное. Ничего себе. Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What?
Gila.
I'm telling the truth.
Gila.
Do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine, I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done?
Go. You don't need to see this.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, exactly. Beat it, you scoundrels. There's enough blood in this village already.
Sharing a village with murderers?
You were the first to spill blood!
It's not the same. If that's the case, you're banished from the village. Get out of here! We'll burn away the impurity you left in our village. Phew.
Ну все, помирились. Ну вот и славненько. Отправить телеграмму с вокзала, окей.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Альбакерки или что там? Я уже забыл, в каком это. Но это точно где-то не тот адрес, точно. Это прям вряд ли оттуда прямые поезда ходят.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail.
Лиля.
My condolences about your father.
Извиняюсь.
Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Мостовую. Давай так.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Это была только предыстория. Чего? Лиля, что случилось? Ты довольна? Ну, понятно.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
The only person I consider close is my sister, but Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three petitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Не, ну фильм, а не игра. Реально здесь игровых моментов минимум. Все остальное абсолютно вот каты. Все врезки, вставки. Не знаю, но если это пропускать, это вообще что попало. Смысла нет. Просто история. Какая леди? Так, все, куда-то нужно идти. Ну, в принципе, здесь очевидно, куда-то сюда. Пойдем. Вниз. Угу. Акт первый. Город, который не забывает. По сюжету, кстати, Варшава — это российский город. Но в нынешнее время. В время игры, я имею в виду. А время это, ну, примерно там 910-915 где-то год.
Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
Ну, кстати, не знаю, это историческая личность. Кто знает.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None. Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
Социалисты, коммунисты, сатанисты. Ну да. В принципе, согласен.
Are you Polish?
I was born in Warsaw,
Морозимся.
but I'm lapsed. My name's Victor.
Vanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not.
This is Russia here.
Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestovать.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Самообладание, поляки. We won that rebel. The Landmau.
Что потеряла?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
Ну давай.
That seems more like a job for the servants, young lady.
Go ahead. Look down.
Каблучок потеряла.
The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Девочка-свистнушка. Ну ладно, тетенька, девушка. Не знаю, в общем, не важно.
Can I explain
Барышня
it to you
Филка.
another time?
Да нет, я хочу сейчас знать.
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'm going to take a look around.
Найти способ выбраться из котла. Ну давай поищем. Патроны, которые посыпались из-под дамского платья прямо на тротуар. Угу. Так, с этим поговорим. Это точно нам поможет. Лысый, бородатый, всех завалит.
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine? Fuck off!
Так. Карта. Нет, на месте нужно что-то искать. Трамвайная остановка, апартаменты, отель, Венский вокзал. Мы, в общем, в Вене, да? А, давай сейчас. Так, вот с этими поговорим, может получится их убедить как-то.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Господи, we'll be home in November.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Понятно? Scrum. Давай.
Да нет, это херня. Ванду тоже нельзя сдавать. А ну давай между собой попробуем. Ну серьезно? Я думал, они между собой будут пиздиться. Зачем мне это все? Враги скоро получат подкрепление, вообще ничего хорошего. Да. Минус 10. Ай. Вообще его не бьет. Чего? Палка минус 10, зато шабля минус 4. Ясно. Пяточка откиснул. Херам. Под дых и в бороду. 16, окей. Ну, да ща все мне хламывает. Резистент. Херня. Сорок 2 хп. Естественно, если ему дать пальнуть, то он меня убьет в стычке. А что делать? О!
Name?
Shulsky. Victor.
One of those Shulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
You better remember that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Can I use the phone?
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
I spent a little time on the Rue de la Raquette in Paris.
It got demolished 5 years ago.
Oui. What about you? You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
What cause?
Let's say I know certain folks who'd find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rotblitz's cafe.
I don't want to jinx it, but do you spend time there too?
If I'm not there, no one will want to talk to you. And don't worry, I don't usually hang out long in places like this.
Shulsky!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
What are you staring at, Ganef?
I don't know what that means.
Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at. What did they put such a swell in jail for?
What about you guys?
Sonny, I've still been running the protection racket with Crook at the Ruzhitsky Bazaar. My dad used to work for him. But that was back in the day. Apart from that, I stay straight. I only hassle the Ruskies when I get a little loaded.
And I'm with the Shivs.
Bullshit. You ain't with the Shivs. Don't you go talking crap about the Shivs, cause I know 'em. You better give a fuller explanation, cause I lose respect real quick. I'm sensitive about folks like that. Who you from?
First of all, I am a thaumaturge.
Now them, I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla, who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no, I was just...
Schmuck. Much of a Warsaw lad.
You should not judge a book by its cover.
A tough guy, like a real Warsaw lad.
I was born here. Now I've come home.
Welcome to Warsaw.
Shulsky, this yours?
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Can I ask why the sudden change of plans? Anyone I should thank?
If he wants to, he'll tell you himself.
Thank you.
Записка. Рекомендуется отказывать в наборе в ряды жандармов следующим слоям населения. Лицам, подозреваемым в нарушении порядка, евреям, тауматургам. Отклонение от данной рекомендации возможно только при надлежащем обосновании. В общем, меня жандармы не возьмут. Это понятно. Объявление о розыске. Внимание всех начальников полицейских управлений Варшавы. Разыскивается Абуариций Неждиц, лидер банды Пики, замеченный вблизи улицы Вержбовой. Волосы светлые, глаза голубые. Ну, в общем, краткое описание. Их разыскивает полиция. 1002. Мария Буркова, 54, проживает в городе Варшава, район Старая Прага. Обвиняется в соучастии в краже голландской помады на сумму 2000 рублей. Разыскивается. Приметы: маленький рост, темные волосы, маленькие глаза каштанового цвета, 3 шрама на правой ноге. Варшава, 3 августа 1905. Ефищук, в общем, отбывает в тюрьме по улице Дельной, сбежал из госпиталя на улице Покорной. Исаак, 18 лет, сын лесбиянка. Ну, в общем, окей, кого-то там ищут. Так. Приказы. Необходимо усилить охрану города на время визита его императорского величества. Постановляю число патрулей удвоить. Начальникам полицейских управлений Варшава постановление исполнить незамедлительно. Так, да. Мне, наверное, на улицу нужен, да? Что-то я здесь все прочту, и нихера. Шульский гражданин. Ага. Вот, может быть, он помог. Скоропостижно скончался. Все, это похороны, как раз. Николок Станислава. Это отец. Ну, пойдем на похороны, нам нужно срочно. Ехай. Ничего себе, на троллейбусе. И на трамвае. Суббота 7:00. Месса во имя Девы Марии Розарии. Так. А это что? Артистка польской сцены.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences. Thank you. Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
Нет, блядь. От венерической болезни.
I'm curious myself. I haven't had a chance to find out. Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge.
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Uncle Veronian?
I will not keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasha. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you, Go on. We'll talk later.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Ow.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absorbed, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth. The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 salutants. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother, because she wanted something for herself in life. Ligia, because she wasn't born a boy. Me, because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now...
Все.
Farewell, father.
Я думал, что-то произойдет там. Ну, не знаю, дух какой-то.
What do you want?
Well, what do people come to funerals for? I came to pay my respects to the dead. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
I haven't had time to think about it.
I understand. I hope you'll find some reason to stay here.
Подозрительный парниша, шрам такой.
Again, my condolences.
Кажется, этот диалог нужно по-другому как-то было.
My name's Konieczkin. Ivan Konieczkin.
Семечкин. Кемечкин. Ну ладно. Простим их.
Such interesting friends you had.
Так.
I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Считается фамильное имение в Южном Среднеместье. Ну, что-то... Бегает он, смотри, как пьяный. Не, ну это, конечно... Ну ладно.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros postmortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in
Отойду на
mourning to
минуточку.
fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Shabwowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Не на месте. А что он еще хочет-то? А, спасибо, что вы скажете, сударь. Насчет чего?
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Почему отказываться? Всегда говори да.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Бля, Лиля, ну что ты? Сняла с меня наушники, в общем, прыгнула на меня. Кошка.
No need to fuss, Grażynka. I'm used to worse chills than this.
It's lovely to see you again.
But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Бюст Сирина. Острые, как у птицы, черты лица несут в себе дикую красоту, от которой становится не по себе. Она пробуждает желание отдаться в ее лапы, погрузиться в вечный сон под ее сладкую песню. В то же время ее загадочная легкая улыбка заставляет подсознательную первобытную часть естества сжаться от страха перед хищником. Но разве душа несправедливая цена за наслаждение, которое обещает это чарующее создание? Здрасте.
I am ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present. Can we start reading your father's will?
Yes, let his will be done. Again.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify.
Je suis désolé. I just needed to quench my thirst. Alone, unfortunately.
I didn't manage to.
Please don't pay them any mind.
Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen. Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter Ligia Shulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with
Я психанул, наверное, нужно было его убеждать.
After completing
Хотя
the
какая разница?
inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near the cemetery.
Ну, тем более, если
The
раздать нищим.
administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death. Yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Ну,
Meaning
найдем.
it's disappeared?
Disappear.
Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then,
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him myself.
I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Nijitsis, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if the shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
Там же дверь какая-то. Момент. Моя последняя воля, написанная в году от Рождества Христова 88 во имя Святой Троицы. Аминь. Перво и непреложно называя дочь мою Лигию исполнительницей всего завещания. Сразу по моей смерти, рискуя отцу. Короче, ну, в общем, мы это слушали уже. свои письма собрал. Можно что-то даже нарядиться. О, какой красный фрак. Мне нравится.
Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
On the other end of the line, at home, where the telephone rang.
Совсем личный вопрос.
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm by the cemetery. What number is it? Yes. 7 Povoskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Povoskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye. I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device. Remarkable. Hello? Oh, and now?
Ну, в общем, Гришку теперь можно найти легко. Где-то у кладбища, ну неудивительно.
Have you
Здрасте.
found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
What's next for you? You're in charge here now. Have you got some kind of grand scheme?
A grand scheme? Well, for now, I'm just trying to keep my head above water. Certain customers are unconvinced that a woman can handle running a business. What's worse, a woman without powers. You know what I mean. A thaumaturge at my side would shut them all up. After all, it's your heritage too.
I don't think I'd be much use. I'm a lousy thaumaturge and I lack the necessary skills. I wouldn't know how to palm off all these oddities and antiques that Father used to sell.
Thank you, Victor. You've just reassured me that Papa left the business to the right child. I trust the smoke doesn't bother you.
The trousers are an original style. Until now, I'd only seen women in trousers in the East.
First of all, they're practical. It's the 20th century. It's high time we started dressing comfortably.
You've always been brave, never afraid of anything or anybody. Like when Mother almost had a fit because you dunked my best tie in hot cocoa.
I didn't care that she was angry. I wanted to get you back for not wanting to play with me.
Because you were being too annoying.
You meant to say brave. By the way, Grażyna still makes cocoa every evening. You can conjure up the flavor of childhood if you want. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumianceva.
Who is she? And what did Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
What's a soiree?
How long did you say you lived with Mother in Paris? Just a party, if you like. Do you know what that is?
Very funny.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Prusna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
Да не, мне так по кайфу.
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Will there happen to be anything stronger?
I see you're all grown up. There's still a little homemade liqueur if Judge Voronin's not polished it all off. Help yourself. It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
Ligia won't open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is heavy, though she doesn't show it. But she's strong. She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in. And it's good she's got you to help now, Master. Only she started smoking like a chimney. She takes after her father, no question about it.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crushed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death, sheer cruelty. Mr. Szulski didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
That won't take long. So, this death, what do you make of it, Grażynka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Szulski. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grażynka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers had a hand in it?
Do you mean it could have something to do with thaumaturgy?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, Master.
Another time, Grażynka. I'll get out of your way.
Always ample work, but I can always snatch a moment for a chit-chat with you, Master.
Серьезно, нужно забрать выходной костюм из ателье. Ну ладно.
Excuse me. Damn it. I forgot to turn the key. Sorry, what?
You tell me. What is it?
I need some evening wear. Quick.
Good proportions.
Thank you.
Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir?
Viktor Shulsky, 9 Green Square.
I'll send a messenger when I'm done. And Mr. Shulsky, if you'll allow me a moment of candor, as it often seems no one dares to address you with it.
Sorry, what?
Go and find yourself a barber in Pavonsky. You look like a troglodyte. Now, I'd like to go to my business.
I won't bother you.
All right.
В общем, костюм, хотел еще постричься. Что за... Да куда ехать-то? Это все, конечно, хорошо. Цирюльнику. Ну, а сам-то цирюльник где? Интересное место, закрыта трамвайная остановка. Поехали туда, сюда. Не сюда. Невнимательно читать задание. Да, неправильно показывает этот. Да. Не заперто. А, это балл. В общем, поеду нормальная прическа. Чего вы, блин, докопались все? Блять. Тоже не смешно. Ведущая гулянка. Наведаться к цирюльнику, подготовиться к суаре. Суаре. Угу. Бриджа? Нет? Ты цирюльник, нет?
Are you lost?
Fuck.
Don't try to be a hero, and it'll be all right.
You're outnumbered.
I'll forget I saw you if you just leave this place.
Somehow, I don't trust you.
Do we get him?
I'm just trying to spare you from disgrace.
Да ну такие ребята слабые. Не, ну шмальнул. Что за бред? Печени. О! И чё за бред? Кусь-кусь. И откис. Да. не понимаю. Что такое? Он такой маленький у него. Да. Да ну что за... Ну 2 хп. Вот так вот шмальнуть и все. Пусть. Не потеряла дурачка. Да не хочу ща. 5, ну что за тычка? 5. А, вот. Да ну. Серьезно. И ничего не произошло. Он должен был этот сдуться. Терять концентрацию, типа. Ну все. Хлам. Да. Я не понимаю, как его убить. Как их убить, точнее. Может, их не нужно убивать вообще. Снижает концентрацию на один. А как посмотреть его характеристики? Высылает мучение. Получает 3-4 урона в конце каждого раунда. Максимум x4. Медленно. 2-3. Но атаки вообще мало, слабые. Этот чего? 4. Ой, очки здоровья или меньше. Этот навык посылает дополнительно на случайного врага. Может, этого нужно? Да, этого нужно убивать. Из 5 концентрация, вот характеристики. А тут 6 концентрация, снижает получаемый урон на 80. Атаковать упрем, чтобы убрать. Угу, понял. Принял. Атаковать упрем. Упырь на что? Атаковать упырь. Так. Убирает черту врага. Во. То, что убирает черту врага. То, что доктор прописал. Ему быстрая атака нужна. Все, вот так. Хлоп. Уже лучше. Так, и этот с броней. Давай с этим. А у этого низкая концентрация. Значит, этого нужно сбить концентрацию. Что? концентрацию нужно было сбить, я что-то не то нажал. Я по шапке получу. Да. Ну. Да ну. Бред же. Откисну опять. Ну, по сути, я уже откис. И что за бред, а? Сила грани и деяния 4, чтобы убрать. Вот так вот. Чего?
Get off my lawn.
Да неужели?
Victor? I heard a noise. Are you all right?
I'm fine. We've had a few unwelcome visitors.
Burglars? What's wrong with this town? I'll call Uncle.
There's no rush. I don't think they'll try to rob anyone anytime soon.
Так, ладно, грабители отмудохали. Уже лучше. Ладно, в общем, 3,5 часа. Я думаю, на сегодня хватит. Вот завтра продолжим. Нужно как-то это сохранить. Новое. Сейв. Нормально. Все. В целом игра, конечно, скорее фильм какой-то. Даже не знаю. Ладно, все, пока-пока, удачи.